Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Adity Saxena, the Dean of School of Art and Design, Woxsen University. Today I will share a few things at how in Woxsen University we teach design thinking and why do we teach design thinking to all our students. So at Woxsen, we teach design thinking to all our students, and when I say all means we teach design thinking to the design school, to the business school, to the School of Technology and School of Architecture and Planning. The design school, the design thinking is an integral part of their design process. Design thinking introduced to them from the day one, from the foundation, and then they implement their learning in different processes, different courses, and they produce the outcome. But design thinking is equally important for the B school, where the business people, the business students develop strategy, they understand the problem, and they come up with the solution in terms of services, in terms of any tangible product. Similarly with the School of Technology and Architecture and Planning. Now when we talk about the design thinking, how do we offer design thinking to our students? We offer different way, like we offer workshops, we offer webinars, we offer courses with credit and non-credit. So students have a very open-ended approach, like if they don't have design thinking specifically in their course, they can opt for design thinking by attending workshops, by attending webinar or a course which is without credit. Now, why do we teach design thinking? I know this question is similarly instantly, everywhere we are teaching design thinking to our students, but in Woxsen we believe that we need to introduce with the design thinking concept to our students so they can address the complexity of the world. Design thinking is a process, it's a mindset, and it's a thought process to see the world in a different manner, in more human-centric and more empathetic way. The way we teach the design thinking, so what we do, we start design thinking in a very contemporary manner, not in a very traditional manner. We introduce the design thinking history, the inception and the transition of the design thinking, the pioneers of the design thinking, their thoughts and how their thoughts are overlapping and contradicting with each other. We tell our students that design thinking is not a solution capsule for every problem. It is a unique approach towards the problem solving, where students can identify, or the design thinkers can identify the problem in the community, in the society, in the health sector, in the education sector. They need to understand the people involved with this problem, their emotion, culture, many other aspects, and then come up with a solution. So that's why we always tell them that don't think that design thinking, like a traditional approach, design thinking is not a capsule where they can come up with one solution for every problem. So that's why we introduce students with different thought process. We also tell them the schools of thought like Stanford Design School, IDEO and many others, to tell them that design thinking is not only a 5 processes like ideation, problem identification, prototype and testing. There is many more of understanding of the design thinking. After that, what we do, we introduce the students with different case studies. A case studies which solve the community problem, a case studies which solve the problem of the health sector, the education sector, and how designers collect the solution from the community where the problem is exist. So we try to tell them that as a designer, they need to be not only human-centric, but they should also know how to gather the information, how to identify the problem. So what we do, we tell them the storytelling, the value of storytelling in design thinking. We also tell them that how to do the ethnographic study, how to approach the community, how to get the information, how to understand their problem and then come up with a solution. We also tell them the diversity of design thinking, like when we make a group of students, we try to include the technology student, the design student, the business school student, So they can understand that design thinking required a multidisciplinary approach which required more diversity to understand the problem for different aspects. So this is the way we go, we teach the students the design thinking, and finally what we do, we motivate them to identify a problem. Together, groups identify a problem and they do the brainstorming. During the brainstorming, we also tell them the do and don't of the brainstorming, and we also tell them that design thinking doesn't ensure the immediate success of the project. It might be possible that solution, what they come up with, after testing they realize that that solution is not appropriate, and then they have to come up with another level of testing, data collection, meeting people, and coming up with another level of solution. Interestingly, we also introduced them with the design projects which were not so successful, just to tell them that how designers struggle to identify the problem and to give the solution. This is the way we close the process, and I believe that we should teach the design thinking to all the students, starting from the school, college, university, even probably we are thinking to offer a design thinking course to our PhD scholars also, so they can introduce the design thinking approach in their doctoral study also.